Okay. Hello, everyone. We're live. Hello. Welcome. My name is Chimoge, and this is Chimoge's Comments America. Thank you for joining me on this late night live stream. I'm going to be doing a quick commentary action to a CNN video in which a lawyer is saying that they think Donald Trump is going to end up going to jail. So this is the monthly live stream for the month of May. And yeah, this is a late night one. Said it's gonna happen today, and there are 9 minutes of today left, so I did keep my promise. Barely, but please, if you're joining me now, like the stream, share it with people you know, and then also if you're watching this from the future on replay, hello. Share the recorded video with people you know as well, and like the video. I'm going to take a couple minutes to share the stream around, and then I'm going to get started, but please bear with me. I'm starting very, very soon. That's weird. Looks like some Asian girl did blackface look like Kobe Bryant. Yes, it's weird. It's weird looking. It gives me a weird feeling. She's doing way too much. Yeah. Anyway, it's blackface. It's racism. Even if you might say you're trying to honor a particular person, you don't need to do all that. That's it's crazy. Anyway. Don't worry if you're just joining me. I'm just sharing around the live stream before I get started. I have a sore throat. No, I don't, but I don't know why. Because it is late. Body's like, why are you doing it so late? Said, well, I promised the people I'd be on May 23rd, 2023, and here I am. Okay. Let me hit up the YouTube community tab. I hit up Facebook, or Twitter rather. Hello, if you're just joining me, don't let the silence fool you. I'm about to begin. I'm just sharing around the live stream. That's all. I just have one more look, and I dropped my phone. Yeah. Okay. All right, let's begin. Let me make my beautiful face a little bit smaller, and then share my screen with y'all. Okay. All right. Yeah, we good. Okay. So, this is the video I'm reacting to on CNN. Let me pull up another tab just so I can show you the thumbnail. CNN. This video is from about 6 days ago. Obviously, it probably aired on CNN on TV, and then they post the clip on YouTube. I don't know how long after it airs on TV they put it on YouTube, but I would assume it's around about the same time. So yeah, here's a thumbnail. And the video is titled "Why Former Trump White House Lawyer Thinks Trump Will Go to Jail." On the left-hand side of the thumbnail, you see Trump. On the right-hand side of the thumbnail, you see Santa Claus, who is apparently a former White House lawyer. But I kid, but real talk, that man looks just like Santa Claus. Only thing is maybe the beard's a little shorter than you'd expect. But other than that, that is Santa Claus. It's kind of funny. But anyway, apparently he's a White House lawyer, and he thinks Trump will go to jail. And I'm assuming he's talking about the classified documents case. So he thinks they'll put Trump in jail off of that. Personally, I'd love to see what his logic is before beginning the video. I could see that happening, but I think it probably will not, just because it would be too explosive. If that happens, I think, geez, what would have to be going on? I think that would either be like right before the Civil War happens, and then at that point, the Puritans, who are the so-called Democrats, right, will have decided, okay, we're just going to war, we want to whip them up, whatever, we don't care. Or we would already be in civil war and they just arrest him as an act of war. Those are the only really two situations I could think of where they would arrest him. Because otherwise, I mean, I guess I could see them just being really bold and stupid and being like, all right, we're going to prevent the Civil War and arrest him anyway. Especially if they go to that war with China. They think that during that war, people will be so focused on China that they'll tolerate them arresting Trump. Maybe. I just think it's kind of unlikely. I don't think they'll actually arrest him. I just think they want to just drag his name through the mud by pulling him through this case. And my bet, it wouldn't be classified well, it could be the classified documents case, but I think more likely it might be the Stormy Daniels thing. They're talking about that convoluted charge they got him on of election, what is it, tampering with the election because he paid off his mistress to stay quiet about the affair with this convoluted nonsense. But anyway, let's begin watching the video. classified documents.
And that these 16 records show Trump and his advisors were well aware of the proper process to declassify documents. And as we know from the results of the raid on Trump's Mar-a-Lago, that process was not followed. National Archives records directly contradict Trump's main defense, which again and again has been that he has unilateral authority to declassify documents.
One of those is the special counsel's investigation into classified documents that were found at Mar-a-Lago. Why did you take those documents with you when you left the White
I
House?
have every right to under the Presidential Records Act. You have the Presidential Records Act. I was there and I took what I took and it gets declassified.
A question for you, though, when it comes to documents. Do you still have any classified documents in your possession?
You ready?
Do you?
No, I don't have anything. I have no classified documents. And by the way, they become automatically declassified when I took them. But
No, you
why?
have to declassify
Let me
them.
ask you.
Jeez. When your boy's bread goes up, he's getting YouTube Premium again.
Presidential Records Act actually states, quote, the Presidential Records automatically investigate the archivist as soon as the leaves office, right? So this one's extremely clear. Look at the
Yeah, so as she's saying, the letter of the law is pretty clear. Like, when the president leaves office, he's not supposed to keep classified documents, and they don't just automatically become declassified because he took them. Now, whether or not in practice people follow that law, I don't know. It looks like because Pence and Biden also had classified documents, that's probably, you know, it probably isn't true that, like, it's weird to do that. And after Biden got exposed, I even saw an article running in, I think, Time with the headline, "Oh, why classified documents? Why people have classified documents all the time, right?" So I don't know. Even if what Trump did is illegal, I don't know if is abnormal in that world. You know, it seems like maybe it's like jaywalking. At least just from what I've seen. Could be wrong, and maybe, you know, that New York Times article was some BS, and then Biden is also doing weird stuff. I don't know. But yeah, what Trump is saying is just not true. But obviously that doesn't matter because his strategy is always just say what I want to say, whether or not it's true, just to get to my goal. So.
reporting tonight of the Trump news, significant development of the special counsel's investigation, which by many accounts appears to now be backing up quickly. Ty Cobb, Trump's former White House lawyer, a regular
Santa.
and one we'll hear from in just a moment, has long said here, if you've been watching, that the special counsel's probe on classified documents could wrap as soon as May, and that Cobb expects a criminal indictment against Trump. I'm going to talk to Ty in just a moment, along with John King, for the political impact of all of this. But first, more on this exclusive reporting from CommentaREACTION in Washington. Paula, what else do you know about these records that the National Archives will turn over to the special counsel? I mean, it's incredible to take a step back here and say there are 16 documents.
That's right. More and more documents the special counsel is fighting to get. And according to this...
Okay, she said 16 like that was a super crazy number. Again, I don't know. I've never been a president. Thank God. You know, I've just never been in that world. I don't know. So I don't know if she's just hyping it up because she's on CNN and you hype up Trump's problems, or if that really is a lot of documents to have, or if it's a bit of both. I don't know. But yeah.
Letter that was obtained exclusively by our colleague Jamie Zangel. The archive reveals that these 16 documents, these are records documenting communication between the former president and, in some instances, his top advisors, laying out the when, why, and how he go about declassifying records. And that is significant because we know from the reporting that the special counsel is investigating, possibly charging multiple crimes, including the possible mishandling of classified documents. And in order to do that, you would need to establish that someone knowingly took these materials without going through the proper authorization. Now, the former president and his lawyers, they have put forth multiple, sometimes conflicting explanations for why he took these documents down
different excuses.
Of those defenses, if they can show that the former president was on notice of the procedure and knew that it applied to him. And the special counsel may need to wait a bit to get their hands on these documents. I'm told that it is possible the former president's lawyers may appeal this decision, file for a court intervention here. They have not been very successful trying to keep this kind of evidence from the special counsel, but I'm told that they may do it anyway, just to try to protect constitutional and presidential protections.
All right. Paula, thank you very much for all of that. I remember the one time, I don't know if everyone watching remembers when Trump said, oh, I just have to think about it. I just have to imagine it and they're declassified, right? I mean, not a thing. Not a thing. And now, amazing as you're reporting to news reporting, that he knew that. So let's go now to Ty Cobb, the former Trump White House lawyer, as promised. So Ty, you know, you and I have talked so many times, and you have been clear again and again that you believe this case is a very serious threat to Donald Trump, and we're talking specifically the Mar-a-Lago classified documents portion of the special counsel's investigation. Just last week, you told me, I quote you, Ty, I think the Mar-a-Lago case is teed up to go almost any time. I wouldn't be surprised if it dropped later this month.
Oh wow.
Seems to be right in line with your view.
Thank you, Aaron. Always great to see you.
So I want to pause it there. That would be crazy if Trump ended up under indictment for both the Stormy Daniels campaign finance thing and the classified documents thing. That would be crazy. You know, would that reduce his support? Probably a little bit, but not a whole lot, just because, I mean, diehard Trump people don't care about that thing. They'll just think it's political BS, which to an extent it is, right? Because they're only going after Trump this hard because he's their opponent, right? If he's on their side, maybe, again, definitely the Stormy Daniels thing. If Trump was a Democrat, they wouldn't even touch that. The classified documents thing, maybe they would, but maybe they wouldn't. I don't know. But definitely they're going way harder because Trump is their enemy. But it would just be really like a new era for a former president who's running to get the office back to be actively like under indictment for 2 crimes. That's crazy. And to get arrested, he's already technically been arrested once. For that to happen again, I mean, that would be a lot. It's crazy. But I mean, if we being real, every president should be arrested every day of their life because their job is just commit crimes. Just, I mean, spraying bombs on villages and nonsense. It's evil. But anyway, let's go.
Particularly given the fact that Trump did not go to court initially to prevent this, and that the archives turned it over merely on the request of the Justice Department. This is all governed by a case called United States versus SB, but the SB criteria are set out in the letter that transmitted these documents, which is they're important to the grand jury and they're not easily found elsewhere. So it will be not much of a legal hurdle for the special prosecutor to prevail if Trump does indeed take this to court. On the timing.
Okay, pause it again. What it sounds like he's talking about there is whether or not the documents are going to be shown to a jury, because I guess if it's classified, it's kind of like weird territory, but like I guess he's saying that if, you know, in order to try, in this case, Trump, they need to see the documents. They're going to give him access to the documents, so it's not going to be a big deal, which makes sense. Yeah.
I think this is I-dotting and T-crossing. I think that this case is ready to go. I think there is a possibility that the obstruction case may be broadened to go ahead and include the Espionage Act counts and the illegal possession of the classified documents, given the extent that between foot massages, but the reality is that's just not the truth. The simple truth is there is a process. Apparently, 16 different government officials reminded him of the process that at least impacted them, and he totally ignored that and believes that the mere fact he took them declassified. That's
It's
not
amazing,
the
but
law.
what's interesting also is that you're saying obstruction, but then you also think they could choose to go further to include espionage to make the point. So what do you think the
Espionage.
priorities would be, and in them, would Trump be looking at jail?
So I wouldn't, if it was me, based on my own prosecutorial career, I would not necessarily expand the case to try to prove the Espionage Act piece of it, because there's so much evidence of guilty knowledge on the espionage piece that all they really have to do is show that Trump moved these documents at various times.
Yeah, charging with espionage would be ridiculous. Like, he's not a foreign agent, so I mean, like, who's he spying for? Himself? That's kind of ridiculous. That would be throwing the book at him. But this guy's saying they wouldn't even need to do that to throw him in jail, which is pretty wild.
When the DOJ was either demanding him or actually present, that he filed falsely with the Justice Department, had his lawyers file falsely with the Justice Department an affidavit to the effect that none existed, which was shattered by the documents that they then discovered after the search, and the many other misrepresentations that he and others had made on his behalf with regard to his possession of classified documents. So I think this obstruction case is a tight case, and yes, I do think he'll go to jail.
Wow.
Right, and just very quickly, go to jail. Could this be wrapped up before the 2024 presidential election or not?
That will be very difficult. I don't see a way that gets wrapped up before the election. Of course, I don't see any way that Trump, notwithstanding his many diehard supporters who may get him the nomination, can possibly prevail in a general election.
Okay. Well, two things. One, this guy is saying that it's kind of interesting because he's saying that he doesn't think the case is going to get wrapped up before 2024. So if Trump got elected, then he couldn't go to jail because the sitting president cannot go to jail. I'm pretty sure. I think they could get prosecuted after they leave office. So I guess after he leaves office, sure, he could they could put him in jail. But during his presidency for that 4 years, he wouldn't go to jail. But then also, this guy's saying he doesn't think Trump could win, which I think is kind of a crazy statement after seeing 2016 when Trump broke all like the established laws of running for office, running for president, and won. So why couldn't he win again? Especially, given how fed up his supporters and, the so-called right-wing white people, who are really just Celtic white people, are with, the left and liberals, who are really just Germanic people and others, right? And just how close the country is to civil war. There's no way those people are gonna back away from Trump like so much that it'll be impossible for him to win the election. I think that's kind of a crazy statement, but I think he's assuming Trump won't get elected, and then in that case he'd be a private citizen. They put him in jail. If that happens, that would still be crazy because again, his people would go nuts. There would be riots, all sorts of things. That could set off a civil war. That's why I really hope he doesn't go to jail. Not because I like Trump, do not at all. It's just I don't want to see war. So.
Because independents, they may not have thought much of the events in New York with Alvin Bragg
interesting, right? He had a take on how this would affect the race. How do you think a potential indictment of Donald Trump by the DOJ, right? The feds are coming and they're coming fast, as Ty says. How would that affect the GOP race for 2024?
The legal conversation is one thing. The political conversation happened there, and as you know, for years on a very different track. I reached out today to a handful of Republican strategists, one very close to Trump, the others are people who wish Trump to varying degrees would go away yesterday or last month or last year or before. They all answered with the same answer. I'll read you one of them because they're all very consistent. They don't care, all caps, don't care about these investigations, no impact. So you have the legal case just laid out clearly by Paula and by Tom, but politically, Trump has, you've seen his poll numbers increase over the last several months as he was indicted in New York, as the ABC trial verdict came down,
Right.
as there have been other special counsel moves in the press. And so now some of that's because Trump has dumped a ton of ads, and it seems like it dumped a ton of ads on Ron DeSantis. So that's not the only explanation.
Yeah, some of those opinions of it.
But you just see has this base in the Republican Party, and there's been this conversation since the Access Hollywood case, since he said Mexicans said they're rapists, all the things he has said, the horrific things he has said about women and more. Will there be some cumulative moment, right, a straw that breaks the camel's back and breaks this spell on the Republican base? We've had this conversation since 2016. And Republicans say it's just wishful thinking to think that's coming. They all say that one way it might come. Will there be somebody credible in the Republican race consistently that they come with? Not he's a distraction, not we need to win, but who actually raises the specifics. And no Republican yet has been opposed to do that consistently.
Yep, so that's the end of the video. And you know, I kind of agree, just to end off, before I kind of give my overall thoughts, I agree with what John King was saying there, which is that the Republican-based voters, most Republicans don't care about these investigations. At least, like, they're not gonna not vote for Trump because of this. You know, at least most of them. You might have a few, like a small percentage, 1 to maybe 5, in the close election that could cost Trump, but most people don't. And apparently, most Republicans, that is, don't, especially alt-right people. And then, according to John King there, Trump's poll numbers have been going up during all these investigations. So, yeah, because again, a lot of his people just view this even as more evidence that he is a good candidate, because their enemies are attacking Trump. So they think, oh, because our enemies are attacking him, he must be good. Which again does not necessarily make sense. I mean, definitely Trump serves their agenda better than. All right, well, let me clarify. I guess the idea that just because your enemies are attacking someone, that person must be good for you, that logic in of itself doesn't necessarily make sense. However, in the case of Trump, it does. I think if you are a Celtic white person, a so-called alt-right white person, white conservative, it is true for the most part in Trump's case, because even though he isn't completely 100% committed to their agenda, I would say he's like 80 to 90% committed. So he will do most of what they want, and he'll do it more than probably any other candidate. So makes sense for them. But at the end of the day, that their agenda is evil. They should be on something completely different. All white people should be on something completely different. But they're not. So trouble. Okay. But anyway, that's all. I want to see, is anyone joining me? No, only ghosts in the chat. That's all right. That's all right. I'm a medium. I can talk to ghosts. But it's 1222 222. Angel number. Angels watching over us. But okay. But I want to look up one thing. I want to confirm, can a sitting president be prosecuted or arrested? Well, same thing. Basically, can a sitting president be indicted? Yeah, a sitting president cannot be indicted. What happens if the president commit? Yeah, so the only way that Trump could get in trouble for this, if he gets elected, is if he gets impeached, which probably won't happen. So yeah, Trump could beat these charges just by getting elected, which would be pretty ironic, kind of funny. But yeah, anyway, I don't see anyone here with any questions or comments, so I'm just going to give some final thoughts and then I'll wrap up. This is a quick late night live stream. So yeah, overall, I think big picture, if we're looking at the, I guess, three main issues that this channel is devoted to, plus American history. I guess I'd say three main issues plus American history, because American history, it's not like American history isn't like a present day issue that's gonna like affect you right now. History is just something that is always there and affects people, if you know what I mean, you know. So it's not like history has you in like, you know, immediate danger the way those other three issues I talk about do. But that is one of the points of this channel now. But anyway, what I'm saying is that if we look at it from the three main, I don't know what you want to call them, pressing issues that this channel is devoted to: the black vote, black people leaving the U.S. for our safety, and then civil war. I think the issue that this one relates to the most is civil war, obviously, because this whole Trump prosecution thing is just more escalation of tensions between the two different groups of white people in this country that are gonna set things off. And I think really this just shows that the more and more the liberals press Trump, prosecute Trump, try and get him in trouble with the law, the more it's gonna upset his base and it's gonna bring us closer to civil war. So really this is a bad development for me, because they're just escalating tensions. Things are gonna get set off more likely because of this. And again, if they put Trump in jail, that itself, that act itself, probably gonna set off a civil war. So I really don't want to see that to happen. Whether or not it will happen, I don't think it will happen. First off, because I think that Trump is probably going to win the 2024 election, just because I don't see the Democrats running anyone who will beat Trump. Biden, I don't think will beat Trump because, you know, most white Americans have not been satisfied. They ain't had a good time under his administration, right? We're in a depression, you know, all these things. And then, of course, black people haven't had a good time under him either. So they're not going to come out in crazy numbers. Hopefully, most don't vote for him. Again, not saying vote for Trump for the millionth time. Don't vote for Trump either. But, you know, voting for the Democrats is worse as a black person, because you're just completely giving away your leverage. So if my channel succeeds, most of us won't vote for him, for Biden, for the first time since the civil rights era, right? That we haven't voted for the Democratic candidate for president. But even if most still vote for him as usual, it won't be in crazy high numbers. So I don't think Biden will beat Trump, long story short. And then I don't see the Democrats running anyone else that'll get people excited enough, you know, to beat Trump. So I think Trump will win the election, and just because of that, these charges are going to go away. And then, you know, even if he doesn't get elected, I just think putting him in jail will be just so so explosive that I don't think the liberals will go that far. I think they'll just try and drag his name through the mud by indicting him and prosecuting him, but I don't think they'll end up throwing him in jail, because that'll set off civil war. And especially, I think, because they want to go to war with China in the next few years, they want the country to be united for that. So even though if they played it right in a certain way, they could actually use the war to divert or to like distract Trump's base enough that they could get away with jailing Trump. I think that's a really risky move. I don't think they'll do it. Again, it's not impossible, right? They might decide to put Trump in jail. They might decide that they really just want to try and kill him politically. Also, you know, I think there's some liberals that might want the Civil War to happen because they, you know, they think that the result of that could benefit them if there's chaos, or if they could finally just defeat the Celtic white people, the so-called alt-right, you know, so they might try that, but I just think that's probably not what they're gonna do. But anyway, all in all, I just think this is a sad and kind of scary development, because just pushing the U.S. closer and closer to civil war. But anyway, that's my take on it. I don't see any questions, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap up. It's kind of a quick live stream. That's okay. Sometimes it's good to be in and out. It is late. It's almost 12:30 a.m. here. I'm going to round up, get ready to go to bed. As I said before, please like this video and share it with others. Like this video and share it with other people you know. And also please comment on the video wherever you're watching it. I want to see your comments. If you're on YouTube, where this video is streaming live right now, please hit the subscribe button so you can see all my other uploads, and also hit the bell icon so you get alerts for those uploads, right? And then if you're watching this on replay anywhere else, whether that be Facebook, Fanbase, Twitter, well, I'm not able to upload this video to Twitter yet as I'm recording this video, but in the future it'll be on Twitter, right? But anyway, wherever, it's gonna be all over the place. Please follow on that platform, right? Please follow the account. Please join my Patreon. Please join my Patreon. The link for that is in the description of the video. If you join that, I've got 4 different tiers on Patreon, and you get different benefits for each tier. At the highest tier, you can get merchandise, which means stuff like mugs and clothes. So please join the Patreon. Please also join my email and phone list. Please also join my email and phone list. The email and phone list will allow you to get alerts about what's going on with Chimoge's Comments America directly to your email and phone. Working on getting that up, so please join so I can get that up as quickly as possible. And then please also donate. Please also donate. The link to donate is in the description. You can donate either using PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, or directly using your card. That's using PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, or directly using your card. Please donate. Your donations are like really appreciated. And that's all. Again, thank you so much for joining me. My name is Chimoge. This is Chimoge's Comments America. This has been your monthly live stream for the month of May. Please check out my pre-recorded content, which is going up all the time, and join me next month for the next pre-scheduled live stream.